Folks, hello, it's Steve in Ukraine. Look at this beautiful day. Sunshine everywhere. It's about 12 degrees and it's over 30 in the greenhouse, which is great. The soil's warming up. So I have had a slight leak in the air suspension on the Land Rover. So I YouTubed and I bought tools, and initially I thought it was this shock that was the problem, but in fact, I don't know if you can hear that, this is called the front valve block, and it diverts the air, balances the air pressure and diverts the air to each side, to each shock. So that's the problem. I need to get a new one of those, and ideally send the shock that I have back. I don't need it because these seem to be okay. And that is amazing when you consider people are always getting at Land Rovers. It's probably comes from Mercedes owners, and don't forget Land Rovers are cheap, so, and they're one of the best off-road vehicles, so they get absolutely hammered, and they're fast, so they get hammered on the motorways. So this is what I've had to do, this is what I got to do. And then I need new headlamps, I need a new mirror cover, I need this thing, whatever, that, two of those. I need a new screen, and service the car for the summer. And this car is just going to keep on going. 300,000+ kilometers, most of it in Ukraine. And Ukraine is hell for cars. So, and I need to get the new doodah that goes on here. What do they call that? A fender. Fortunately, those things are plastic. This wing got damaged in the fire. It was caused by the drone, piece of drone. That's probably, I mean, who cares about that? So I'm pleased with that. That's about £100. That part, that's not good. But this was, no, what is 4,000? It's about $100, I suppose. This was 12,000, and that was just the bag, because you don't need to replace this bit. You just need to, this goes right through the bag. This is a huge rubber bag, and that's why you get the sort of better than Rolls-Royce ride. And I'm going to replace these two height adjusters, because one of them is very loose. I think it's faulty, and then I may as well just change them. And then I need to get myself at some point, because I'm going to keep this car. This car took 300 mums and kids over the borders and hauled something, I don't know, the customs, the border guards will be able to tell me, about 100 tons, literally 100 tons of aid back into the country, and then ferrying medicines down to hospitals, and the military, moving the military around, moving ammunition around, food around. These cars are awesome. You know, while Audis and Mercedes and Volkswagens, I had a Touareg for a while. They're shit, absolute shit. Don't waste your money on a Volkswagen Touareg. They are absolute rubbish. But these things, you can buy a car like this for about £25,000, £30,000 in the UK. And provided the owner has looked after it and maintained it, they just go on and on and on. It's all about the mechanic. It's all about the owner with Land Rovers. For me, I'm a pensioner and I can't afford mechanics to do little jobs like this, and I'm really chuffed with myself that I was able to YouTube it and lots of great advice and people on the internet. So there you go. I now know where a valve block is on a Land Rover Discovery 4 and how the suspension works and how to fault find on it. And this especially on a day like today, greenhouse is good. I got stuff water. It was a watering day. Planted some more seeds. Seedlings are coming up already. Tomato seedlings, paprika seedlings. I'm going to limit what I do this year, but do more of it, because I've been doing too much experimenting, learning how to grow cucumbers. I don't need to grow cucumbers. These cats now will be 1 year old on the 26th next month. There's 4 of them, and then there's the mother. So I got to find homes for these. They're gorgeous little cats. They're so nice. So cute. And they're great mouses. There ain't a mouse or a rat around here for probably half a kilometre, as I exaggerate. But I've got to find homes for them. So, thank you for watching. I hope all is well with you folks in the world. I know that we're going to have, until Trump is in jail where he needs to be, until, it's my belief, and I'm not alone, that he and his friends, the club, the oligarch club, have been murdering anybody, children. You know, why would you order 330 gallons, not litres, gallons of sulfuric acid to a Manhattan residential home? What are you going to do with that? You're going to clean the fucking drains? I don't think so. So you're disposing of people, dead people. And I know that the authorities in New Mexico are going to go and look over that ranch, where they believe that there are children and people that it was obvious to the Epsteins and the Weinsteins and the Vitkoffs. Notice they're all Jews, aside from Trump. All of these people have a club and they wanted to keep everybody quiet. I'm not getting at Jews. I'm just pissed off with Zionists murdering all those Palestinians. Bit political today, but there's a lot going on, and you're all going to be suffering massive fuel prices, huge fuel prices, more household inflation, all so that they can conceal. This is how big this club is that they have in America. Probably in Britain too. They're part of it. They are trying to cover up what will bring down the United States of America in utter shame. But we've all known for years about America, the state that it's in. And this attacking Iran to try and save the American economy and maintain the petrodollar as a currency, because of course the Iranians and the Chinese and the Russians and their allies they don't want the petrodollar, because they don't want to facilitate the survival of a massive Ponzi scheme that is the American economy. It's 50% fraud and bullshit. When people get to realize that, they realize the state of the world. This massive, $38 trillion in debt. They don't care about that. What their plan is to slowly get themselves out of debt by maintaining the petrodollar, exporting inflation to everybody else that has to use the petrodollar. That's what America does. That's the way America survives. And then you've got all the fraud. You've got all the murder. You've got all the wars. The Americans are going to have to face up to what they do around the world. They kill. They start wars. We all know this. And it's not necessary. The Iranians are not interested in nuclear weapons. They made that quite clear. And but still Trump ordered the destruction, the chaos, the death and the destruction in Iran. I'm no friend of Iran. Horrible regimes, murdering regimes, terrorists. They got to go. But that's not why Trump is doing this. This is not why he's trying to exact regime change on the Iranians. Well, you probably heard enough of me. So there you go. Cats. That's Blondie. Got blue eyes. She's still got, her fur is very slow to grow in after the rabies jab and sterilization. Same with the others. And beautiful day in the village. All the mud is drying out. So we're transitioning into spring. And it's beautiful. Look at the sun. I chopped the trees back over there, so they should flourish up top. Take care, folks. I hope you're all good. And I understand, the inflation here is incredible. Fuel and food. So we understand, I understand how tough it's going to be for us all. But we can beat these people. These can beat these people who think they're so awesome. They can do anything they want, and that includes raping children and murdering them. They can't. We're going to stop it, aren't we?